Hello, my name is Fenna. Welcome to the Self-Compassion channel. And today's video is about you think that your partner might be limerent for somebody else. And first of all, you have my biggest empathy because that's really, really tough. And I'm going to get into how that works and what you should do. So again, if you think that your partner is limerent for somebody else, again, like I said in the introduction, you have my biggest empathy because that must be really, really tough to see your beloved partner be infatuated, completely crazy in love with somebody else. And of course, that also goes with a lot of behavior changing and his character changing, his or hers character changing because of the limerence. Now, the question is, can you blame your partner for being in a limerent episode? And of course, the answer is not so simple. I don't know your situation. I don't know if there has been a physical affair, an emotional affair. I don't know what your standards are. But in short, when you ask me this question, is your partner can be held responsible for a limerent episode? The answer is no. No one wakes up thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to get so addicted and, throw away my relationship and make people around me miserable, including myself. No one does that. And again, of course, I don't know your situation and I don't know if your partner has crossed the boundaries. I don't know this, but it's a state your partner is in. And even if they don't want to be in this state, even if they really do not want to be in a limerent state, they're in this state. That's, grieving is also a state. You cannot really get angry. Okay, for example, your partner is in grief, and I've seen this around me, and your partner stays in grief for a really long time, and you're kind of, I don't know, tired of it. You don't want it anymore. You want your partner back. You want your life back. But it doesn't make the grief go away. All you can do is be supportive of the grief and just wait it out, basically. Because saying, I'm sick of this, doesn't make the grief go away. It's a state. It has to go away by itself. What is very important to know is that most likely you're not able to count on the empathy and the care of your partner. Your partner's gone. They are in la la land. They're fantasizing about the other person, which is horrific to sit next to on the couch. But that's a bitter pill to swallow when normally in a normal state your partner is really loving and really empathic towards you and really caring, and now they're not. So you have to care for you. You have to practice and exercise self-compassion and self-care. You take care of you because your partner is probably not going to, they are not able to. Of course, use your network, use your friends, lean on them and talk to them. And maybe you want to educate them a little bit about limerence and ask them not to judge too fast and too harsh, because it's really easy for, outsider to say, oh, what an asshole, or what a bitch, or just leave your partner and, divorce and go do something else. They're not really aware that the limerence can be really uninvited. Some people really do not want to be in a limerent episode. They want to stay in their marriage. That's difficult. So please, you can teach your friends a little bit about limerence if you want to, but use your friends, go out with your friends, talk to your friends. You will need other people to blow off some steam. And if you want to stay in a marriage and stick it out, work through this and have a lot of patience with your partner, because maybe it was a really good marriage before the limerence started. That's your decision. That doesn't make you weak. You don't have to pack your bags and say, okay, goodbye. You can stick this out. This will pass. The limerent episode will pass. Of course, it helps when you have a partner who doesn't want to be in a limerent episode and who is willing to at least listen to you and be educated himself or herself, their self about limerence. That's also something you can do. You can educate your partner about limerence if they don't know already. Like, this is what I see. You might have this, and realize that the other person is not probably your soulmate. You know, the strongness of your feelings is not the proof, an indication that you should be with the other person. This will pass. Hopefully your partner wants to be educated, because that's a good sign actually. So I hope you can share some knowledge with your partner. And of course, if you decide to go, if you're like, I can't do this anymore. This is so painful. This is so tiring. I'm exhausted. I am hurt. My ego is crushed. I don't want this anymore. Of course, you can go. Of course, you can go. What's also really important is to realize that although your partner and the limerent object might not have a physical affair but an emotional affair, but that's something completely different than just being friends. And I'm sure that's what they told themselves in the beginning, and they might have told you, oh, we're just friends. And you might start to doubt yourself and start to wonder if you're paranoid. But people who are in limerent are not just friends, even if they have not crossed boundaries of a physical affair. This is not, you should not be completely crazy in love with your friend. That's not what friendship is. This is something else. Again, if you want to stick it out, you will need to have a lot of patience, and you will have to educate yourself and take care of yourself, and don't blame yourself. And if you can, don't blame your partner. Go do something, for yourself. Don't try to compete with the limerent object, because you will not be able to compete. Whatever you do. They're on a pedestal so high. And there's even a phase in a limerent episode called crystallization, where they even not only see the I will say the new limerent object, the new object of their infatuation, as shiny and complete and without any flaws, but they will even probably see you in a bad daylight. They will devaluate you, because they kind of have to subconsciously to make sense out of this weirdness. So what I often hear is like people saying, yeah, but I don't know, my partner, maybe you weren't really a fit in the beginning when we married, and they had a great marriage before the limerent episode began. But they have to find some sort of reason to why they do what they do and why they think what they think. They have to find a reason. And if that reason is like, oh yeah, the new person is such a good fit because my old partner never got me, never understood me, it wasn't a good marriage anyway, never was, never will be, then that's their justification for what's happening. But that will also pass. Again, if you want to stay, stay, but with all means, take good care of yourself. And if you want to go, you're allowed to go, of course. I don't have to tell you that. I mean, you know this. Again, you have my biggest empathy, because this is really, really painful. This is suffering. This is suffering. If you have a comment or you have an experience with this, please leave a comment below, because this is really useful information, and we can help with this information. We can help other limerents out there and the partners of limerents. They're both victims, to be honest. You know, limerence is very devastating to a lot of people. I hope you like this video, and I hope you got some information out of it, and I really hope I will see you in the next video. Bye.